ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Dimension Dorks. Nerdbot's first and only Dungeons & Dragons live role-playing broadcast here for the second time ever on twitch.tv. I'm Loki Hates You, and I hope that you find yourselves well on this lovely sunny evening. I don't know why I said that. I thought it would be funny, but we're going to move on now. We're going to introduce our four guests. Some of them new, some of them not. Some of them have been here for a little while already.
I live here. What are you talking about? Like, you ain't getting rid of me, boy.
Speaking. All right, and as a reward for speaking first, we're going to start at the opposite end of the table.
Yes.
That just punishes me.
You're welcome.
Fair?
We punish you because we love you. Shoshana.
Oh.
That's me. Hi.
I got to meet you only a few weeks ago on Scabby Rooster's Total Party Kills.
Yes.
Where you played a delightful little gargoyle.
Yeah, a little gargoyle.
Oh, man.
She's got issues.
She's a good goyle.
Good goyle.
Wow.
Oh my god. Wow, that was great. Though. Have you been waiting all night to say that?
How long have you been sitting on that?
He wrote that joke 3 days ago. He was like, I can't wait for this good goyle joke.
Sometimes, magic really can exist in the real world. So, Shoshana, a lot of people call you Shoshi. May I call you Shoshi?
You may.
I love that. Okay, so Shoshi, tell us a little bit about yourself. What have you been doing around town? What do you got going on?
As you said, I sometimes stream with Scabby Rooster for their Total Party Kills. I also just ended streaming with them a Kids on Bikes game, which is probably going to start up again in April. We don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to start up again. Other than that, I'm a performer around LA. I do a lot of immersive theater and weird stuff.
Now, Kids on Bikes, that actually features one of our previous guests, Miko Simons.
Oh, yeah. Miko plays in my game. Yeah, Miko's awesome. Yeah, she plays a very preppy cheerleader character, which is hilarious for her to play.
That's a pretty stark contrast to the player that she was here.
It's pretty great. Yeah. She's really good at it.
So, welcome. We're so glad to have you. Let's see who else. What else tonight has in store for us? Sort of a celebrity in the online RPG streaming world.
Yes, my name is.
Like, what?
Ryan Omega. What's going on?
A lot.
I saw that. We booked you, and I was like, oh, let's check out this Ryan Omega guy. And I was like, okay, he's on this show, on that show. He's on that show, and that one. Oh, that one as well. And this channel, he's guesting here. So tell us about one of the 100 or a couple hundred of the 100 million things you're doing.
Yeah, sure. So I host a podcast called Life Action Roleplay, a LARP podcast. So you can find that on iTunes and on Spotify. And on Scabby Rooster, I am the creator of a LARP live mystery game called Blank Slate. And it features a lot of my friends who have to solve a murder mystery, but the audience determines certain facts about the murderer, as well as implants memories into the players' heads. And
Oh, that's cool.
And it's all live.
Is there a burglar character as well?
There is not a burglar character right now, but we are in a whole court of intrigue. So even though the queen has been murdered, there are people who want to obscure this fact so that they get their own agendas handled. So it's a little Game of Thrones-y.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to throw my hat in the ring. If you do need a burglar who's potentially a murderer, I will be your murgler.
Your murgler.
I will have to write future episodes, so this is a possibility.
All right, I'm an expert at murgling, that's all I'm saying. And I mean, honestly, we could sit here for the next 10, 15 minutes and just talk about all your projects. But we'll get around to a couple more of them at the end of the broadcast.
That's fair.
Next up is Amber.
Hello.
Hey, Amber. Now, Amber,
Thanks.
what's your experience? What are your experiences with D&D? How long have you been playing? And
Oh gosh.
I'm not asking for like credibility's sake.
I've been around it for years. I've dated a lot of awesome nerds since high school. Ran away from my nerdism for a while, and now I'm back. But I've played a handful of times. I'm pretty new to the D&D as far as playing, but I dated a guy for a few years that was like a DM and like played all the time, and so I've been around it and been engulfed in it, and now I'm trying to have some fun with some D&D. So yeah.
Well, we're happy to provide that fun.
Practice makes perfect. So I'm trying.
I don't know if I.
The goal of D&D is to be perfect.
That's all my goals.
That's
every day.
Every D&D campaign always goes perfect. That's all I've ever heard my
Roll
entire
20s
life. Yeah.
all the time.
That 20s all
the
day.
time.
Get those dice skills.
And,
I think you're gonna
Flick
find
of the wrist.
once this game gets started, you'll see that this is one of the more serious D&D campaigns.
Yeah.
you'll
I'm
ever play.
terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
And by that, I mean it's not at all. Okay. And finally, my anxious friend.
Yeah, very nervous. I hate being on camera. This is the worst.
He needs to be all over that microphone. Jeromy DeChant.
So I've been here like Bill said, 3 weeks in a row. But for those who don't know me, I am Jeromy DeChant on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I am Jeromy TV. I also have my own Twitch channel with my nice Twitch emotes that you could probably see in the chat right now because I just threw in a few. And yeah, that's what I do. I do gaming and nerd stuff, and I also work with NerdBot. More behind the scenes now, but sometimes in front of the scenes. So.
Yeah, I mean this is a scene right here.
This is a scene.
You're in one.
Yeah.
You best start believing it.
It's not a scene. It's a goddamn
Damn
arms
arms
race.
race.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, right there.
I may actually be too old for that,
Yeah, you
that reference. So thank you to all of you for being here tonight. And what we're going to do is, I actually was telling you about this a little earlier before we started the broadcast, but for the audience, just in case there's any confusion about what's about to happen, we are going to start this portion of this mission cutting back and forth between our one remaining party member, which is Jeromy, from the last episode, and the three new party members who are going to be sort of embarking upon this week's quest. That being said, and I told myself I was going to stop saying that being said. I said it about 50 times last week, and God damn it. All right, here we go. Jeez,
Can you
we're
do
doing it live.
Can you do a thing in chat where every time you say it and they notice, they like
Take a shot.
If I say that, yes.
oh God.
If I say that being said,
It's happening.
just like that time.
let me think about something I'm willing to ante up for that being said, being a phrase. I will make. God, I'm too used to having a followership that's really easily pleased. I'm like, I will post a picture on Instagram.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
You have to post a lewd picture.
For every time I say that being said during this broadcast, at some point tomorrow, I will record one of my farts and post it on the internet.
Whoa.
Not video.
Wow.
Is that a reward or a punishment for for the audience?
That's very high stakes.
Oh my.
But I want it. Beans for breakfast, baby.
Beans.
Whew. All right, let's begin.
Wow.
So,
All right.
I'm gonna start the thing now, and we're not gonna talk about my butthole making fart noises anymore.
You're the only one who's mentioned it so far.
He takes like 10 minutes out of every
If you
show
guys
to just
could
talk
please
about his butthole.
calm down and stop thinking about that sweet. All right.
Sweet butthole.
Bunghole.
Again, D&D, very serious, very professional.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
The setting is as follows. In the quiet, small town of Dirkson, three adventurers seek employment and, of course, fortune and fame. They approach at different times, one after another, a posting board on which there is a poster. The Wizard of the Grey Tower of Dirt Shallow needs your aid on a quest. You are asked, within the text of the flyer, to report to the 60th floor of the Grey Tower. You look to the center of town, and as nothing else is above 2 stories, the Grey Tower is very, very prominent. I will have our 3 new players roll initiative now.
Ooh.
The 20, right?
Roll a d20, and don't even add anything to it. It's not real initiative.
I got 9, I think, right? Yeah, 9.
Okay,
17.
17.
A 2.
Yeah, we're off to a good start.
Perfect.
Very distracted by this town.
From the 60th floor, a study of an old wizened wizard. You can hear a clanking noise ascending several flights of stairs. Clink, 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 clink. And an adventurer is approaching. The Grey Wizard rises from his desk where he studies arcane scrolls and ancient artifacts in his pursuit of mastery of life, death, and all of the elements, to greet a paladin who has just undergone a very arduous upward journey to be here.
Sir Knight, welcome. I am Tychondrius, the Grey Wizard of Dirt Shallow. What is your name, son?
I am Sir Flesche, Jaques.
Flesche Jaques.
Yes.
Well, you're from the Northlands, I suppose, from that name.
Yes, from the north.
Well,
The towers are very large, but none as large as this.
I'm glad to have you. Did you bring any friends with you today?
I don't know.
As you are alone, I'll assume that you didn't leave anyone behind on the stairs. A lot of the times, people who are teamed up with gnomes and halflings, they tend to arrive a few minutes before their entourage. So I would ask you to sit tight and please make yourself at home. Don't mind Tabby Knuckle.
And Tychondrius waves to a table on your left, where you can see underneath the tablecloth there is a rustling, and a small child is giggling under there. The child pokes her tiny face out from the table and says, "Oh, hello, it's very nice to meet you. I'm Tabby Knuckle."
Tabby Knuckle, yes. I am Sir Flesche Jaques, and he has a spear in his hand. Not doing anything, he just holds it, because that's where he just walks everywhere with the spear. And he just, while he's talking to the child, has this oiled up rag and just kind of like makes sure that the pole is very clean.
All right. Tabby Knuckles says to you, like,
So he's waxing his pole.
you can can I get you anything? Maybe some tea or water. Or a lot of people get real tired coming up those stairs.
Yes, would you happen to have some oil?
Oh, well, I think we got some oil in the spell components room. Give me a minute. So Tabby Knuckle toddles up the stairs. And you're left to look around the room and explore your own whimsy. During this time, we're going to cut to a dark dungeon. In this dungeon, fires are lit, and only faint torchlight emanates through the room. But men are suffering here, possibly women as well. But mostly, this is a place where people come to die, not by their own will. And a lone, small figure shuffles about, trying to figure out what his next move is. He knows the lay of the land, but he doesn't know where to go next.
All right, so I will have Cornelius just kind of look at all the dead bodies of the slavers that we killed and the commander guy that we killed, and just kind of look over and go, I say, quite a good day's work. Mr. Rogue. Because I don't know this guy's name.
His name is Guy.
Oh. Mr. Guy. What say our next move?
Guy has, while you're speaking to him, he's entered the armory room, and he's now equipping himself with a crossbow and a short sword. He sticks the black-bladed dagger into his belt, and he looks back at you and he says, "You can run off like your friends, but I know where I need to be. Luscivious is upstairs, and this is my chance to do what I should have done a long time ago."
Very, very not specific. I love it. A good mystery, I say. Well, I believe my mystery is going to be to solve why the princess is sick. So I think I'm going to get back to it. If you need anything, just call for me. That's Professor Professor Cornelius. Sometimes I mess it up. I would also like to dissipate my owl and bear because they're no longer needed.
Okay, owl and bear are gone. Cool. So, Dr. Professor Cornelius, you know that the way you came down here was through the northeast side of the room.
Yes, but I also know that the soldiers that I gave the potion for the princess to left another way, so I'm going to follow the way they went.
Very good. There were knights who, one of them dragged his incapacitated friend who was knocked down by the dust of sneezing and coughing. He's run upstairs after having said something about evacuating the people upstairs. So, Cornelius...
Yes, I also know the knights are the people I can trust, as far as they kind of just let me do whatever I want. So I assume they're going to continue to let me do what I want.
The knights have made some very convenient decisions as far as Cornelius is concerned. So Cornelius runs up the stairs. His scampering feet are the final sounds to be heard in the scene. And we cut back to the Grey Tower. Let me get the correct sound effects for this, because we don't want the crying guy.
I mostly wanted to get out of the dungeon just to get away from the crying guy, because that was like 2 episodes of that guy just like, we get it, man. You're being tortured. You're so dramatic. Calm down.
Have you not run out of tears?
He's a man. He's a tearful man. All right. So, so next up, a human garbed in ornate magical, just plain clothes, am I right?
Plain? Okay.
I don't know.
Damn. You just dissed your outfit. Damn.
He's like, so a peasant approaches.
Not looking all fly and shit.
Looking like a troll. Damn.
A very ornately dressed human being who happens to not be wearing magical clothing enters the 60th floor and Tichondrius's study. She is greeted by the Grey Wizard, and he speaks to her.
Welcome, traveler. Have you come in response to my call for adventurers?
Aye.
Well, it seems that we have a small party so far, but we could use one more. You're not waiting on anyone, are you?
No, sir. I have nobody waiting.
May I ask you your name?
My name is Jhiera.
Jhiera. Lovely. Where do you hail from, Jhiera?
Suppose I might tell you at some point.
Well, I know I met a certain young man a few days ago who loves mystery. Perhaps you'll bump into him, as I sent him on a very similar quest to your own. Well, sit tight, and please, if you need anything, ask my apprentice Tabby Knuckle.
And the child is carrying a small decanter of oil to Flesche Jaques, who is stroking a spear.
You gotta keep those things clean, man. You gotta polish it. You gotta wax it. You gotta rub it up and down.
You do not want the wood to rot.
I get it.
In a way,
a clean spear.
Yeah.
Yes. So before I have to list off any adverbs that describe how this is happening, Tabby Knuckle hands the oil to you, Flesche, and says, "Okay, Mister, I guess this is for you."
Thank you.
Welcome, Miss. How can I help you? Do you need anything?
No, I'm okay. Just just handle your stuff over there.
Okay, if you don't need me, I guess I'll just go back to what I was doing. And Tabby Knuckle slips back underneath the table, and you hear her giggle as the tablecloth rustles. So, Jhiera. Should I put more an H in there?
Yeah, you got a J, like a Jacques, but it's a Jhiera. So it's like Jacques.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, Jhiera.
Without any further cuts back to the other storyline, let's just get our third new adventure in here. So you hear the slapping of feet on stairs.
Oh, that's a lot of stairs.
A petite woman enters. She seems to be sturdy, perhaps some form of fighter. And she enters the room and is greeted by Tichondrius.
Perfect. We were waiting on one more. Well met, adventurer. How are you?
Oh, good to be here.
I'm happy to hear it. It's hard to find a smile in Dirt Shallow lately.
That's good to know. Won't smile anymore.
No. I would never. Please, don't let me deprive you of your happiness, lass. It's certainly something the world needs more of. I'm just saying it's in short supply. A smile is...
Oh, a valuable resource, then.
Indeed it is.
Gotcha.
I see. You may come from a land with strange customs, eh?
Nope, just a normal human land.
Okay, well... adventurers, what are you gonna do, right? What is your name, lass?
Oh, my name is Smithy Bib.
Smithy Bib. Smithy of the Bib clan.
Yeah, I've been told it's a very common human name, so sorry if you've heard it before.
Smithy Bib. Right. It's almost... Well, we're not getting into nameology today, so perhaps I should just get on with it. Can Tabby Knuckle get you anything? Tabby Knuckle, get out from under there.
Oh, hello, new adventurer. Can I get you anything, please?
Oh my god, you're so tiny and cute.
Well, I mean, I've been smaller.
Me too. Oh, I'd like to sample.
I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
I would like a very large glass of water and whatever human delicacies you have lying around.
Oh, okay, I'll
like
go get
to
you.
sample some.
We got plenty of water. It's pretty tough to get up here, but I got I got my way. So Tabby Knuckle runs upstairs, and she busies herself with grabbing you some water and some victuals as well. So in the meantime, Tichondrius has you a captive audience in his study, and he looks to the three of you and he says,
In your journey here, I don't assume that any of you are from Dirt Shallow. You don't look like natives, but you may have noticed that the people of this land are not particularly contented with the state of things. The farms produce crops, yet the farmers, they don't eat well, and they don't seem to be flourishing monetarily. There should be enough to go around, and yet there simply is not. That being said, it's become very hard to find help in assisting the prince in his daily comings and goings at home. Prince Luscivious III is, of course, the son of King Luscivious II. He oversees this particular fiefdom of Dirt Shallow, and he's not well loved, and so I'm in charge of staffing his household. And I'm sorry to break it to you, but you have a rather mundane task ahead of you in going and serving the prince.
Would we get to observe the the prince and his daily activities and how the castle works and so forth.
The wizard clenches his fist, and he looks down and grits his teeth for a moment, and then he looks back at you and says, "You will observe many things inside the Luscivious Manor.
Excellent, I'm in.
And I send you to this place because it is a necessity and because no one else will take this job. But I can see that you are all of outstanding moral fiber." And he kind of glares at each one of you as if to try and convey some message. I only want to send people who know the difference between right and wrong. As murky as those waters may sometimes become, it is imperative that everyone who serves must do the right thing in the Luscivious Manor. And he takes a deep breath and exhales. So, you'll be paid in advance. And he opens a drawer and he produces 3 bags of gold. They look hefty. Each of you know this to be enough money to buy a year's worth of stay at any accommodations you want. You could buy a horse and a carriage. You could buy any. It's
a lot of spear oil.
It's a fair amount of oil. You can really oil some spears.
Why are you paying us this much in advance?
Well, you see, it's a long-term job. You will be consigned to the service of the prince, and this quest, consider it a sign-on bonus. This will become your job.
And what exactly is our job?
Well, that's to be decided once you get there. I've heard of people being assigned to kitchen duty, to caring for the princess or serving the prince's friends as they participate in various gaming tournaments. There is much going on at the Luscivious Manor. Perhaps you'll be repairing the house, or he looks at the knight, the paladin, and he says, "Perhaps you, Sir Knight, will be a fit for the royal guard."
I am used to being on my knees, yes.
Very good. Well, perfect then. The prince does enjoy his pleasantries, and so he will expect the proper homage to be paid. And he again clenches his fist. He seems to be angry in saying words about the prince. And so he hands you each a satchel of gold.
Tichondrius,
Yes.
I can't help but notice you've been clenching your fist a lot. Is that a normal thing that humans, like me, do?
You see, Miss Bib, I am very old, and I have seen many things, and I'm sure you're familiar with arthritis.
Yes, I definitely am.
The joints become stiff and sore from years of oppression. Do you understand me, Bib?
Definitely understand what it's like to be under a lot of pressure.
Well, you will. The manor will not treat you kindly, and you will have to work for your pay.
You're really talking this job up?
Well, I don't pay in advance for many things, and, there's a reason why everyone in town is avoiding this job. But, I will make sure that, I guess that you're paid. I have made sure that you're paid. That's all I can really guarantee. But I will say this, if you decide not to keep the job or to deviate from the plan in any way, you will have to leave town. And so, your work in the Luscivious Manor, no matter what that work ends up being, if you quit, by any means,
Luscivious will not want to see you in these parts again. And as the guardian of Dirkshallow, it is my charge to uphold the credos and verdicts of those who rule. Is there anything else I can get you before you go? Oh, Tabby Knuckle, there you are. Oh, I got you some water. Okay, here you go. And Tabby Knuckle hands you what looks to be about 3 gallons of water in a pitcher. And there's a chicken leg and some rice and some bread.
Smithy Bib takes the pitcher and just drinks directly out of the pitcher.
Okay.
Drinks a whole bunch of water and puts it down. Then picks up the chicken leg and looks at it and smells it.
It's pretty good. I make a pretty good piece of chicken.
I'm very excited to try it. Takes a bite. Oh, this is great.
Oh,
this is
thank you.
amazing.
Yes, sir.
Did you make this yourself?
Yeah, I make it a lot because Tichondrius likes it, so I make it pretty much all the time.
Oh, ma'am. I love it. I love it.
Tabby Knuckle
Eats
says...
the whole thing, bone and all.
Tabby Knuckle... Oh, you eat the bones, too?
Well, you don't eat the bones?
I don't, but you know who does. Kitty cats. Oh, man.
But normally you wouldn't eat the bone.
No, I don't. Tichondrius says they're bad for me, but Moggy usually does. So, Tabby Knuckle says, Tabby Knuckle takes a little bow and she says, well, farewell and good luck on your adventures. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing. And she runs under the table, and the tablecloth is rustling. So, if any of you have any other questions for Tichondrius, you're welcome to ask them before you leave.
I could use some meat.
Oh, Tabby Knuckle looks out from under. Oh, now you want some? Okay. So Tabby runs back up the stairs. She gets another couple helping. She actually gets one for you as well, Jhiera. Jhiera. And it's wrapped in wax cloth, and so it'll stay fresh for you if you want to keep it on you for a little while. Tabby Knuckle says, "Okay, well, I wish you luck as well, and have a good time. And if you see any little kitty cats, you can pet them for me, okay?" And then Tabby Knuckle goes back to where she was doing what she was doing. You've got your victuals, you've got your money, and I'm going to send you guys on your merry way. But in the meantime, there is another story that we need to be tending to.
A mystery to be solved.
Indeed. So, we cut to a small room. In the small room, apparently someone drops a glass.
Probably.
In the small room...
Water, is that you?
Can you imagine
let me find the right token here. There you are. Okay. In the small room, Cornelius sees that he's come up a staircase, and there is another staircase that will rise to yet another story of this house.
Oh.
So you can see that to the south there is a doorway, as well as to the east. They're both closed, so you don't know what lies beyond them, but from your previous experience of the house, you do know that the door to the northeast would open, presumably, into the prince's throne room. The one to the south doesn't seem to lead anywhere that you've already been.
I do love mystery. But I was on a mission, so this is hard. Cornelius is he is going to continue up the stairs unexcitedly because he is sticking with his mission of mystery and solving why the princess is sick.
He's on a mission of mystery. His name is Cornelius. All right.
I'll take my tiny little gnome legs and continue up the stairs. because I need to make sure that those fine young gentlemen delivered the potion to help with the sickness. And I'm also still curious about another thing in the room that I did not get to investigate.
Right. So you get to the top of the stairs, and you find yourself in a narrow hallway that is also something that you don't see any way. You don't see it being attached to any of the rooms that you've previously explored. Oh. There's a door directly at the top of the staircase that you've emerged from. And you can hear men speaking on the other side of it.
Okay.
They seem to be busying themselves and having a good old time. They're laughing. You can hear glasses clinking and drinking and all that.
Polishing spears.
Yeah, potentially polishing their own spears, oiling it up, throwing around.
Just throwing around. You know, it's just two bros wrestling. It's fine.
That's right.
I almost said it. Here we go. Directly ahead of you on the opposite end of the corridor. Now, this corridor is lit with small candles. So there's no windows lighting it. But on the opposite end, there are two guards who are standing watch. They take notice of you from the opposite end of the hallway. They are the royal guard that you know. They're dressed in the same type of armor as the princesses.
But these are not guards I've interacted with yet.
They are not the same guards. No.
Okay.
But they are, 80 feet away? Yeah, they're 120 feet away. And they can see you. In order to speak to them from where you are, you would need to yell. Or you can approach them. It doesn't really matter.
Well, since I don't want to draw the attention of the people in the other room because I can hear them and I'm smart enough to know that they could hear me,
Indeed.
I am going to... I'm going to move forward with my tiny, tiny legs and kind of investigate the hallway a little bit as I walk down.
I believe we have a secret hallway note. We may have a secret hallway note for you. Do
secret
we? No?
hallway note.
Okay, the things that you perceive inside the secret hallway are this. There is a single other door on the opposite end. Mm-hmm. Outside that door is a wine rack, and above the wine rack is a single, I guess it would be a jewelry display.
Right.
It's basically a nail in the wall that a pendant is hanging from.
Gotcha.
And the pendant is unusual in that it's not being kept in anyone's quarters. It may be there for a certain purpose. This seems to be some sort of entryway to a very specific, almost romantic place. The wines are all things that you know from your travels to be a rich wine that is meant for lovers.
Wow.
The two guards come to a guard stance ahead of you, and they're like, "How did you get here?"
Oh, I took the stairs.
Yeah.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Professor Cornelius Hughes. You may have heard of me.
Well, doctor, we're not currently in the market for a doctor or a professor. The prince is the only one who's allowed in this particular corridor, so...
Well, I guess I got lost. I was following two of you, knight gentlemen, who was heading to the princess room. You see, I am her Dr. Professor.
That was. We saw Jake come up the stairs. Looked like Tom wasn't in a good way. What happened down there?
Oh, they got into some dust. And I gave them a potion.
Hold on now.
Yes.
We're members of the Royal Guard.
Yes.
We don't get into some dust. No matter what the servants downstairs are doing. I mean, I know they're not bad people, but we don't get into anything that they're doing.
Oh, well, they didn't intentionally get into some dust. Some dust was thrown.
Is the manor under attack?
No. By God, no. Of course not. Would I be so calm if the manor was under attack? I am a Dr. Professor.
And they're like, well, whether we're under attack or not, you're not supposed to be back here. The prince will literally skin you alive if he finds you up here.
Understood. How do I get to the princess's room?
I mean,
I have to make sure the potion I sent her
Listen.
is helping with her ailment.
what's your assigned duty?
I'm her doctor professor.
All right, here's the deal. We're gonna let you go through the private chambers here, and just
Quickly.
If
yes.
anybody sees you, just say you're doing doctor stuff. I don't know what does a doctor do?
A doctor professor. I'm a doctor professor.
All right. So they lead you to this door on the south part, and they let you into a chamber.
My mind's telling me no.
But my body is telling me. Hidden harem is what my note says.
Cornelius. By the way, guys, you don't know what's on Cornelius's notes.
Oh.
No, stop reading your notes out loud, you son of a bitch.
Sorry. That was for the audience.
You. All right. So you enter a room. I'm not even going to tell anyone what's in the room now.
Okay.
So we switch back. And it was about that time that our three other adventurers arrived. This gigantic 2-story house. Somehow only 2 stories, but the first floor looks to be at least 35 feet tall. And the second floor is a normal vaulted ceiling height. However, this place is truly palatial given the squalid tenements of Dirt Shallow. It is surrounded by farmland that are held by people who are just barely trying to hold it together. And yet this place is mostly acres and acres of green grass that produce no real sustenance to anyone or livable means. This is an exercise in excess. You enter the 2 enormous double doors held open by a rather emaciated servant whose clothing is astonishingly white, but somehow not clean looking. He tiredly looks at you, and he looks down at the floor sadly, and he says, "More servants for the prince, am I right?"
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
All right.
You look hungry.
Yeah, we're all pretty hungry, I guess.
You should eat my meat.
What?
He grabs the meat ration that he got earlier and gives it to him.
The peasant slaps it out of your hand, out the front door. And he says, "Don't let them see you giving me anything. We can't give each other anything. Listen, there's a lot of rules around here, and there's a lot of really strict punishments if they get broken. Okay? So don't worry about your meat or my meat. Everybody's meat is just fine where it is. Just next time, just keep your meat where it was."
All right, so everyone needs to keep their meat where their meat is, and no one shares anyone else's meat.
I don't know why we're all talking like this. This isn't the way people talk, but fine. Yes, if that's the way you understand it, good.
I will put my meat back in my sack.
Wipe your hands. They're all slippery and slimy. Handling your meat. All right, so the peasant opens up a second set of double doors, revealing...
Stop calling me a peasant.
Your meat's quite cold and wet now. No one likes cold, wet meat.
No, they don't.
Prefer my meat hot.
All right, well,
You don't have anything to say about this meat? No.
I felt kind of bad about you guys showing up so late in the game, but maybe you're the ones he's been looking for. I don't know. So he gestures for the three of you to enter the grand throne room of Prince Luscivious III. A small, skinny man, probably in his early 20s, reclines disrespectfully on a single throne, on a stage, essentially, in the middle of this throne room.
What the fuck happened up here?
Are those dead bodies actually there?
He looks to you
Oh, no.
over 4
bodies of other people that have been beaten severely. They lay bleeding and struggling to breathe amongst the ground. And the prince looks directly at you through the newly opened doors and says, you guys gonna come in, or what the fuck is going on?
He approaches closer, spear in hand.
Flesche Jaques approaches. All right, at least one of you motherfuckers knows how to come correct. Come on. You two pussies gonna step up too?
Jhiera runs forth with all her might.
Okay, she runs forth.
I'm on my way.
Okay. And Smithy Bib. All right, so now you're running, Jhiera. Do you want to, like, are you aggressively running, or are you just running to keep pace with Sir Flesche?
I was aggressively running because he pissed me off.
All right, you're gonna make a run at the prince.
Not quite.
All right, so you come. He raises his chin as you come close. When you approach, you notice that this room is full of. Actually, roll perception for me.
All of them, or
17?
17, cool. So you notice that this room is full of gaudy statues. Gaudy and gaudy. Many of them are gods of sort of disreputable domains, gods of war, and gods who are known to be tyrants. Many of them are sort of decorated in garb that even gods would think are too grossly overdone. Skulls and knives sort of adorn the place. It's, as I described in one of the earlier missions, it's basically the tribal tattoo on the Honda Civic of old-timey statues. This man is obsessed with power, respect, and sharp things with skulls around them. So he looks to you and he raises his chin, and as you approach, one of the statues nearest the throne may shift a little. What are you going to do on your run?
All right. How close in proximity is he to me?
Well, at this point, on the map, you're 24 feet away from him, but you can choose to stop well before that or well after that.
Okay. How much range do I have? Like, is it 15 feet, or how do I?
You have, right now we're not in combat, so you can move as much as you want.
Oh, okay, I'll move up the 24 feet then.
You're going to get right in his face?
I'll be right in his face.
All right, so...
Here we go.
In the time it takes you to get up to his face, you have to step over the bodies of one of these people who's struggling to stay alive. And as you do, are you drawing a weapon or anything?
No.
Okay. You have no weapons in your hand. One of the statues takes a bound, a leap, directly behind the prince, and it sort of scissors its swords to cross in front of him. They are directly in your path to him, and they form sort of a half of a hoop that you would have to get through in order to reach the prince. When that happens, when that statue moves, you hear sort of a crackling sound. It's coming from the statue behind Luscivious. All right, so now you are blade to neck with a giant statue staring into the eyes of this petulant prince. And he says, "You want to step up to me?"
Right, let's see. You know what? Let me see.
Anybody else who comes in here got enough fucking brains in their head to kneel before the throne. You know what I'm saying? By the way, he looks like me. He looks exactly like me.
Yeah, no,
only
seriously.
less likable.
I figured you with like a FUBU like visor.
Yeah, exactly.
Kangle, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, baby fat.
He's like, now, are you going to step in the line? Or are we going to have a fucking problem?
You asked for us to step forth. You called for pussies. Are we going to step forth? So I wanted to make sure that I let you know that I am here.
And he looks you up and down.
And I put my chin up as well.
He looks you up and down, and he says, "Oh, so that's how you want to play it." And he's like, "Let me tell you something. If I want pussy, you gonna know about it." He says, "But you look a little too feisty. Maybe I'm not in the mood for that right now. So why don't you go step over there with your friends while I find something for y'all to do?"
She steps back very, very adamantly, and she's gritting her teeth as she backs away from him.
As you do, the words of Tichondrius echo in your head. Do the right thing. Sorry, was that too loud?
That was more echo than anything.
I wasn't expecting that.
So, he looks all three of you over. And he looks at Smithy Bib. And he says, "What do you do?"
Oh, Your Majesty, I can do many things. I also roll with the motherfuckers and enjoy pussy. And I will not step up to you.
I cannot give you any more inspiration. All right. And he says, "All right. That's what respect looks like." And he says, "You know how to cook, you know how to clean, you know how to do any of that shit?"
Oh, yes. I definitely do.
Well, you got something wrong with your fucking mouth, but other than that, seems like you're gonna do pretty good. Well, once Dirkson gets back here, maybe I'll have him show you around. These clowns over here, and he points to the 4 bodies on the floor. He's like, "They were supposed to be my entertainment for tonight, but I didn't find them very fucking entertaining." Know what I'm saying?
I don't, please. Could you elaborate?
He says, "They were a bunch of little bitches." And he looks at you, Flesche, and he's like, "You want to be in a guard or something?"
Yes,
All right, you got a sword, right? So
I have a spear. It is
like-
right here.
that's like half the battle. Well, you're definitely gonna need to talk to Dirkson. But he ain't been around in a couple minutes, showing some other assholes around.
Would you like me to find him?
Fuck no, I don't need you walking around my house. Come on.
I am asking because I'm supposed to be working for you.
Yeah, you gonna be working for me. I'm gonna make you work that ass. And he says, "How many people you killed?"
If you have to ask that number is too small for you.
Sisma.
That ain't the answer I was hoping for. I don't know, maybe I'll put you on bitch duty in the kitchen. All right, how about you, strong girl? What can you do for me? Other than give me attitude.
I could actually do anything. I'm quite well at oiling spears and things of that nature as well.
He looks down at the bodies again and he says, "Yeah, that's what they said." So, looks like we found your first task.
I don't talk about it, I be about it, so.
Meanwhile, on the second floor,
I would like to remind the audience that Dirkson is dead. We straight up murdered that guy. So I am on the second floor.
Yes, Cornelius, you have entered a room.
That I did not name.
The room contains 4 women.
Oh.
All of the women are rather matronly. Definitely somebody's mom or grandmom. The room has a couple of beds in it. It's got dining quarters and it's got a place to prepare meals. It's also got an ample amount of extra linens, as well as a large hamper in one of the corners.
Okay.
They look to you and they say,
Oh, little one. Well, you're not the one who usually shows up, but what are you doing here?
Ah, yes, I am a Dr. Professor. Dr. Professor Cornelius Hughes. You may have heard of me.
okay.
As I go through, I would announce, oh, I'm just passing through on my way to do Dr. Professor things.
Well,
As I pass through, I would like to just make an observation of the room if there's any like medical or if anybody's doing anything with potions, kind of poisons. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna look around for that stuff because I'm still on my mystery.
The only medical sort of stuff you can see is like basically really strong smelling ointments that are known to be used by old women for aching joints.
All right. Yeah.
Also a few herbs that are used as like a sleep aid.
Okay. Well, as I
And oil. A lot of oil.
Lots
All right.
of oil.
All right. Well, I know where to go if I want to get my spear oiled. I will very politely excuse myself. Oh, thank you, fine ladies. I will be on my way. Just passing through again. If you ever need a Dr. Professor, please look me up. Or if you have a good mystery, I'm always in town.
One of the women looks at the other three and she says,
oh, he says if we ever need anything, all we have to do is give him a call then. Oh, how nice of him. Young man, have fun on your way, but we don't expect to be seeing much of you around here anymore. We'll be happy if you last another few days, but have fun then. Doors through the cabinet there.
and she points to the south, and there is a door that's sort of oddly thin. It doesn't look like it's a normally hung door. It's
It's well hung.
it's
Yeah. Say it Say it slow.
Cornelius.
it's actually it's hung a little to the left. A little crooked.
Hate to see you leave, but she loves to watch you go. Don't go, Cornelius. Don't go.
All right, so I'm making my way through that well hung to the left door.
Okay. It's on the south.
Yeah.
South side, you go through the door, and you
Ooh.
enter.
Hey.
You enter a trophy room. This room houses kills animals from every continent in the world. Each one is meticulously marked as having been slain by the brave and valiant Luscivious III.
Sure.
Exotic weapons are delicately placed inside of cabinets along the perimeters of the room, presumably to show off the ways in which a lot of these animals have been killed.
So the door I came through, is that on the northwest side or the northeast side?
The door you came through is on the northeast side of this room.
And it was a bookcase that I came through?
You emerged out of a curio cabinet, right? That was actually looked like it was it had a hinged facade of small birds. Birds of paradise, sort of very colorful, exotic birds.
Gotcha. All right.
With that, we cut back to the first floor. All right. In the grand throne room of Luscivious, he looks to the three of you. The statue behind him has relaxed and has retreated to its original position. And he says, "Hope y'all got something funny to say. Hope y'all know how to dance, because I want to see something impressive. Ready, set, go."
Oh, Hey, how about those?
Do you know how to waltz?
Me?
Yes.
Yep, I definitely do. That's a human dance, and I know how to do it. Yep.
All right.
Let's do it. Music. Do you have music, Your Majesty? Your Grace?
Fuck no, I ain't got no music. If you want music, your ass better be a bard.
Well, do you want dancing without music, Your Majesty?
I want to see something that entertains me, motherfucker.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, you're leading, right?
Right, so
all right, I'm just gonna.
All right, so you
follow.
Yes, so he does the waltz position with you, and then he starts doing the box step very slowly.
I'm gonna follow him as best I can.
What, y'all leaving room for Paylor or something? Come on now.
All right. What would you like us to do?
I mean, I could waltz with my goddamn self.
Would you like to waltz with me?
Fuck no.
All right.
Come on.
I offered.
Can't y'all do like... Didn't they train you to do like backflips or some shit in night school?
I could do things with the spear.
Yeah, you look like you could do things.
So he grabs his spear and he tries to kind of just kind of like twirl it in his hands.
Okay, doing like a windmill.
Yeah, like a windmill.
Deal.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I can see you got some skills, And he's like, hey, check it out though. And he points to one of the adventurers on the floor and he's like, yo, that one's still breathing. You want to take care of that for me? Make it look good. And he looks at you, Jhiera, and he's like, and what do you got for me?
I'm not doing shit till you throw them coins at me.
Oh, so that's how it's going to be? Okay. And he's,
You know I'm just shmoney.
he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a platinum piece, and he's just sort of flipping it in his hand, and he's like, you know what this is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I work hard for this money.
Oh, it's money.
And while he's flipping it, he's just sort of trying to look cool, but he like drops it and it rolls on the floor right at your feet. And it's like, fuck. Cool.
Yeah. Well, you know the old saying, show me what you got and I'll show you what I got.
It's like, I'm about to show you these fucking nuts. That's what I got.
Oh, yes, I've heard of the tree nuts.
Tiny nuts.
They're
that
a
you
delicacy on the surface, which I am also a part of.
Yeah, you could say they're a delicacy around here, around these parts.
I will then.
Everybody wants a piece
have.
of this.
Heard they're not much to be proud of.
Now you're getting on my nerves. And he looks at Flesche Jaques, and then he looks to Jhiera, and he's like, instead of that one on the floor, how about you two try and see who's a better fighter?
Well, before that, I understand that you have some nuts. Do you know what would go well with those nuts? And he starts pulling out the meat.
His meat rations.
You trying to give me some old fucking chicken?
Does this look like old chicken? I would not offer such old meat.
He's like, check this out. And he goes, hey, yo, chicken! Not 3 seconds after he says that, a serving wench comes from the kitchen with a platter that has a steaming chicken on it. Instantly, she has it prepared for him, and she bows her head and holds it before the prince. And she will not make eye contact with him. She takes a knee before the throne, and she's like, may this please you, my lord. And he's like, that's a fucking good bird right there.
Might want to tempt that shit, but you know.
I'm not convinced until I try it.
He's like,
He wants to try your meat.
he's like, so your plan is
You try and give me some of your old-ass raggedy chicken. Then I show you that I got, like, a lot of good shit going on in my house. And now you get to eat my chicken for it.
Yes.
I don't fucking think so, bro. And he takes his entire hand and smashes it into the breast of the chicken. And he just pulls out a hunk of meat. And he just takes a bite and he goes, I don't even like this. And he spits it on the floor. And then he takes the platter and just slaps it from the underside. And the chicken just spatters onto the floor. And he's like, now nobody gets to eat the fucking chicken. You see how I run my house now?
Your Majesty, that was amazing. That was the most amazing display of anything I've ever seen in my entire life. Right? Don't you think so? Wasn't that amazing?
You son of a bitch.
Wasn't it great? It was
Psychondrius
amazing.
ain't never sent me a professional ass kisser before. But you still ain't proved to me that you could be entertaining.
Oh, well, Your Majesty, where I come from, we like to play a little game called Make-em-Ups. You see, we're all gonna work together, and then we're gonna have sort of a scenario, and then you get to make up what happens, and we sort of entertain ourselves. How does that sound, Your Majesty?
I can make up what happens any time of the motherfucking
I know,
day.
you're gonna be perfect for it. You're gonna be the best.
This ain't gonna be no zip zap zop bullshit, is it?
Not anymore.
I had somebody try that shit.
How do you feel about what are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing? God damn! And he says, hey, yo, Spear Boy, I don't usually trust people like this, but, I need Dirkson. He's like, I'm gonna send you on a secret mission. Head over into that kitchen over there. They're gonna tell you how to get to the basement. Dirkson's down there, you bring him to me. Because I want him to figure out what the fuck to do with y'all.
What does this Dirkson look like?
He's a big, mean-looking motherfucker. Got a bald head. Ain't shaved in a while. I don't know. I don't look at him that much. What the fuck do I look like?
The person in charge?
Man, shut the fuck up and get down there.
All right.
All right, so he points to the kitchen door, and he's going to send you on your way. You're going to just go?
Yeah, he's gonna go.
Cool. All right, so cut back to upstairs. All right, so Dr. Cornelius, Dr. Professor Cornelius, you're in this room.
Thank you for using the whole thing.
You've made your observations about this room. You see some of the weapons, and you know sort of a few of the markings on them. You know that they're old weapons. These aren't anything that have been used in the past few hundred years. So you can now see out into a hallway, which you recognize as leading to the princess's chamber.
All right, so I will promptly exit and go straight for the princess's chamber.
There are no guards outside the princess's door.
That is peculiar.
Oh, shit.
The door is closed.
Is it locked?
Only an attempt will tell.
I will attempt. I will knock. I will knock because I'm very polite. I will knock and I will announce myself. Princess, it is your Dr. Professor. Dr. Professor Cornelius Hughes, you may remember me.
You hear heavy footsteps, far heavier than the princess's, approaching the door, and you can hear the clanking of armor as they do so.
Okay.
One of the royal guards opens the door. He's flanked by two of his friends.
Do I recognize any of these guards?
Yes.
Yes, okay, cool.
You recognize one of them as one who was originally guarding the door, and you recognize one of the other ones from downstairs. Two of them were originally guarding the door. One of them was from downstairs. He's the guy that was coughing and sneezing.
Sir Jake.
And he's like, you came back upstairs. I thought you were going to go help out Guy.
No, I am a Dr. Professor first, and I needed to check on my patient. How are you, Sir Jake? Are you feeling better?
I'm getting there.
All right, well, if you need anything.
I don't think we do need anything. We We just need something to happen downstairs. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Okay.
downs.
Well, I'm curious about downstairs, so I will go check. How is the princess? Did the potion? Is everything going well?
He said, yeah. The remedy's working fine. I mean, honestly, the fact that you took that perfume away from her. I mean, that's really what's going to get her on the mends. So just.
Absolutely wonderful. Good to hear. I will come back later for a small checkup. I do understand that she does need her rest, and I will go check downstairs for you for that mystery that you want me to check on.
Very good. You can see into the room. The princess is back there with her handmaid and one of the knights.
She's alive, fine.
She's fine. Yeah, that one of the knights is guarding her.
Did you see that?
He's turned towards the door with his sword drawn, but he recognizes you.
To him.
So yeah, you now have to figure out where to go in order to get back to where you're going.
I would like to give them a solid thumbs up.
He's like,
and then I will head towards the stairs, which I know previously that I came up with, but leads to the throne room. So I'm on my way down through the throne room because I know that's my best.
You're gonna come
return.
down the main staircase, the big red staircase.
He did not describe which part of downstairs to go and investigate,
just said
so
go
I am
downstairs,
just
yeah.
investigating.
Okay, so you know that by going down the stairway, you will be. Luscivious is down there on his throne, and he will see you coming down the main staircase.
Yes.
Okay. Cornelius descends the stairs and joins at least 2 of the 3 new party members. As he does, I'm just do it, man. Like, just introduce yourself. You're gonna do it anyways.
Me? Oh yeah. So I will walk down, and I will be. Yes, Your Majesty. It is I, Dr. Professor Cornelius Hughes. You may remember me. I have just come back from the princess's chamber. She is feeling slightly better, and I've been sent down to investigate and see if you required any more assistance.
As you descend the stairs, from your high vantage point, you can see behind the throne of Luscivious and behind the giant statue that's even behind him, one of the men that you had noticed praying in the room, mumbling to himself, his entire skin, all of his skin, has become like that of marble.
Oh.
He's no longer whispering to himself because his lips are no longer moving. He seems to himself be a statue.
No.
Okay, the prince says to you, like, what the fuck? You already went upstairs. How many times a day you need to go look in on her?
Well, as a doctor professor, I recommend 3.
3 goddamn times. Yo.
This will be the 2nd time, and I do need to go check on her a little bit later. But until then, I am at your disposal. If you need a doctor professor for any doctor professor things, I am here for you.
Well, I just sent one of these assholes over downstairs to go get Dirkson. Where's he at?
Last I saw young Dirkson, he was resting downstairs and playing with the boys, as you say.
Roll deception.
Shit.
Nothing I said was a lie.
You said Dirkson was doing something in the present tense other than being dead. It's a lie.
I did not confirm he was dead or alive. Oh, God.
Fuck.
It's a 3. And apparently, as a rogue inquisitor, I have no bonuses. Which as a professor doctor, I am very upset because I have to lie to people all the time.
You're better off at detecting lies than you are at giving them out. He looks at you and he says, little motherfucking homie, you lying to me right now?
About what?
About my homeboy, Dirks.
Yes. Last I saw him, he was downstairs and playing with the boys. I believe he called them.
Boy, well, he does like to play with the boys. Oh, shit. He looks at you, Jhiera, and Smithy says, hey, yo, grab that little motherfucker.
This one?
Which this being right over here.
Yeah, the only motherfucker that's still standing in the room.
Dr.
You want
Professor?
me to grab him? Yes, Your Majesty. I
Grab
will do
him.
that right away.
Grab him where exactly? Grab him.
What the fuck? You want me to be like, detain him? No, motherfucker.
Hello, small being. May I grab your arm in an aggressive manner?
Absolutely. My name is Dr. Professor Cornelius. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. You may have heard of me. I go with no resistance. I put up my hands and I walk with them over to where they are.
Makes things a lot easier.
All right. You're now in the middle of the room. Okay. Flesche. You can hear this exchange happen. You hear that the prince is talking to someone. You hear that your comrades have been asked to detain someone. Mm-hmm. Do you want to... As you've entered the kitchen, there are dozens of people shuffling about. Mm-hmm. And you see that that chicken came from a room where literally every type of meal is being prepared at all times. Mm-hmm. There's cakes being baked. There's meat and cheese and just every type of food that you've ever eaten. There's some of it hot on a table being eaten by no one right now. All these people are making this food, and there is an enormous, blubbery man thing, seemingly half ogre, wandering about, intimidating these poor servants who are preparing all this food seemingly for no one.
So I walk over to the big, intimidating guy and ask, why is no one eating this hot food? It will go to waste.
And he says,
Do you speak orc?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I did not understand what that was. So I'm going to ask you again. Why is no one eating?
Oh, I think I understand now.
draws a cleaver from a nearby table, and he brandishes it at you.
Okay.
The rest of the servants are beginning to back away. You hear a few of them whisper, like, get back to work, just get back to work, get back to work. Just please. And they're backing away from him, and he's raising this hatchet-like cleaver.
Mm-hmm. And I attack.
Okay. Let's
go.
let's just have everyone roll initiative.
All right.
Yay.
Just to get this underway.
Oh, fuck. I got a 2.
Really?
I have a 5.
Not so great.
I have a 3.
What's my mine is +3, right?
Whatever your dex.
There should be an initiative modifier right on that
Yeah.
front page.
Yeah.
Oh, 2.
Yeah.
So mine was, what was it, 2 + 2? 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
4.
I have 7 then.
Okay, I'm going to go through it right now.
All bad.
Yay, team.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What did we say Cornelius was?
7.
You were 7 before. Okay. There's none of those guys. Okay. Ooh,
I'm just kind of chilling anyway, so.
before I even start this.
I mean, we have you. We're holding you. So.
Yeah, we have you. You're a little one.
What can you possibly do?
So small.
Okay. Okay, I got to roll for him now. I can hear that. Nice and crisp.
Yeah.
Oh no, I deleted all my stuff.
Oh, good game, guys.
Everybody have a good one. We'll see
Thanks
you
for
next
watching.
time.
For watching.
Bye.
Just like that?
Don't waste meat.
Why? All right. Well, let's just call it what it is. Okay. So that's that.
I like how your paladin is passionate about meat and don't waste it,
Yeah.
And then it's gone.
He stands his ground when it comes to meat.
Okay.
With my spear.
Smithy, what did we say you had? Smithy?
Oh, I've got 9.
It's a 9er. I got a 9er on that.
Yeah.
Jhiera?
I got 4.
4. And Flesche.
Or 5. Sorry, 5.
Fiver?
Excuse me. 5.
Yeah. Fiver on board. And Flesche?
I got 3.
We're very slow.
Get it.
I know.
Yeah, this is
Good job initiating combat and then waiting an hour to do something.
Everything's new.
We tried. Hey, A for effort. That damn lascivious.
with all of that having been done.
Where's Guy?
Is Guy alive?
What does happen is,
We haven't seen Guy in forever.
He died.
well, I got a little.
Okay.
Christmas just came early.
Yeah.
And I got news for you. Daddy's coming home for Christmas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I haven't seen him since he went to the store.
To get cigarettes all those
Like 8 years ago. 20 years ago.
Daddy.
It's cool. He's just lost. He'll find his way back.
Cornelius, with your keen eyes and powers of observingness, you see
Solve this mystery.
a panel door opens to the left, to your left of the throne pedestal, where a statue of a large venomous snake sits. The panel slides open, and a crossbow bolt rings out and strikes this whispering or this seemingly stone servant. Well, let's see if it strikes him, actually. I'll call it a sneaky attack.
Little snake. Little snake.
Ooh, yeah, that's real nice.
Sneak
So
a
I'm actually
snack.
going to roll that again since it was a critical hit.
Okay.
Go, Mr. Guy.
You see an arrow pierce the throat of this statue man, and
Does he bleed?
blood gushes out from the cracked stone that the crossbow bolt has produced.
I would like to say to myself, astounding. Just to myself, just like astounding.
Guy can be seen. His shadowy form can be seen through the doorway.
And only I see this because I'm in like
You see it especially, but once the shot rings out, the rest of the people can see where it came from as well. The door closes,
Okay.
and the snake comes to life and aims itself or points itself towards the door. It's now on guard. The two statues near Luscivious surround him, and one of them takes flight and perches itself directly in front of the line of fire, which that bolt just came from. Luscivious cries out, "Yo, what the fuck was that? Yo, everybody better get on guard, all right? Because I'm not putting up with any of this bullshit."
I would like to announce, Your Majesty, the gentleman behind you appears to be injured. It seems like he could use a doctor professor.
It's like, don't you fucking worry about him. You worry about me. This is
All
my
right,
house.
do you need a doctor professor?
Shut the fuck up. Everybody shut the fuck up right now. All right, so that happens. Smithy Bib. Violence is erupting. You hear an ogre's scream coming from the kitchen area where your new friend, Flesche, has just entered. You sense that he might be in trouble, but you also know that the prince is under attack. The prince's statue man is under attack.
From a snake.
No. The snake seems to be guarding the prince. The snake is now trying to attack the attacker.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought the snake attacked the statue man.
I am glad we
I thought the snake attacked the statue man.
Snake.
Oh my goodness, many things are happening. Your Majesty, I think you're under attack. I'm gonna go investigate. And I'm gonna run for the kitchen.
You're going to run.
He's like,
I like her. I would like to announce.
thank you. I
A
like you.
bully. Good investigation.
I like you too. We haven't met yet. Hello, my name is Smithy Bib, a very common human name. See you later, boy. I'm gonna run into the kitchen. It's gonna take me a while. I'm a 30 feet.
I'm going to, let's do this.
Or I can run. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'd probably run.
Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta do something real quick. Why is this not doing what I wanted to do? Oh. So yeah, as you run towards the thing, the statues seem to take a guard pose.
Terrific.
You're running fast enough that it seems like they're kind of coming to life too sluggishly to do anything against you. However, they mean business. The statues are now drawing weapons. Every statue in the room, and there looks to be about 15 of them. So you can kind of juke under them and still get to the kitchen. Should you? Did we already measure out the? That's 30 feet.
No, it's
like
more than
60
30
almost.
feet. It's like 60. I'd have to do.
Okay, now you do have actions that will increase your movement.
Yeah.
So you can move up to 90 should you need to.
Yeah, I can book it there, but
Hot damn.
Goddamn, bring me some chicken.
You also notice that all of these statues are like 9 or 10 feet tall, and their weapons are extremely large, and therefore, I'm looking at you. I see you. All right. Therefore, their reach is very wide.
real far.
So even being anywhere near them by the time you stop is going to be pretty perilous for you.
So I should probably just keep running.
I don't make suggestions. I'm
Can
just
I?
the DM.
Can I make a? I mean, I'm not good at this, but can I make a perception or investigation roll to see if I can see what's controlling them?
Yeah. Let's do investigation.
I was actually going to just announce as Cornelius that I figured out how it works.
No, no good. I rolled a 6.
You rolled a 6.
I have no idea.
Okay. So you do that. I mean, do you want to say anything concerning what you've just tried to figure out?
I don't know what's making this happen. I say as I continue to run towards the kitchen.
Okay.
I would like to yell, "Elementary, my dear Smithy Bib." The gentlemen with the pendants are controlling the statue. It is quite a unique system.
You're very good at observation. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, Smithy Bib, you have made it into the kitchen. You
right.
can now see Sir Flesche locked in combat with the large ogre of a head chef.
Oh my goodness.
Cornelius, as he was yelling, had pointed behind the throne. You managed to get a glance of a robed figure who was standing behind Luscivious, who had a pendant on him with large jewels on it.
Interesting.
Okay, moving on. It is Cornelius's turn. You have been let go by at least Smithy. Jhiera is potentially still holding onto your arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to just do a quick glance, look up and down, and I want to be like, "Oh, I see you've met Tabby Knuckle, and God, what's his other name?
Tichondrius.
Tichondrius sent you." I can notice this because she has a little bit of cat hair on her clothing, and I can tell from the dirt on her shoes because I am a doctor professor.
In your head, you hear echoes of Tabby Knuckle.
Yes, Tabby Knuckle.
My God.
You remember Tabby Knuckle fondly.
Yeah, and I remember there was hair from the cats.
Jhiera, you remember Tabby Knuckle in your memories.
I do. Wow.
I was also sent by Tabby Knuckle and Tichondrius, and I'm a doctor professor, as you may have heard. Are you also on this mission?
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of came here together. Do you not remember?
No, he
I didn't
wasn't
come
in
with
your
you.
party.
Oh, he wasn't in my
You're
party? No, I'm
just
new.
meeting him.
Oh, we're just meeting. Just kidding. Yes, I was sent by Luscivious and
You were sent by Tichondrius.
Oh, Dichondrian. Sorry.
Okay. Ah, wonderful. What is your name? Yes, Obi-Wan?
My name is Jhiera.
Jhiera, wonderful, beautiful name. It seems we are both now co-workers. So yes, welcome.
Thank you very much.
I'm basically like explaining who I am to her so that she doesn't have to hold me.
Do you want to? Okay. Do you want to let him go?
I don't know. Yeah. You know what? I'll let him go a little bit. I'll keep my eye on him, but I'll let him go.
Yep.
Use the Force, Doctor.
So is it full my turn?
I mean, yeah. I'll let you have as much dialogue as you want, but
Okay. So I will
30 minutes remain.
Yeah. I will look at Luscivious and I would be like, did your mother give you these statues?
It's like, my mother, motherfucker, I'm about to fucking show you what these statues can do. And there is a statue of a crouched tiger that looks at you hungrily, and another statue of a crouched lion. And he's like, I bet you're behind this, aren't you, you little fucking bitch?
Oh. And he's talking to me, right?
No, he's looking at
Cornelius.
Cornelius.
No. I am in front of this.
It says,
That was fantastic.
I could not have shot the arrow from this angle. Clearly, elementary, my dear prince.
it's like, you're about to be under this because I'm going to bury you, motherfucker. You come in here and lie to me? And he motions for the two statues to sick you.
All right.
Do you want to take any actual actions on your turn?
I like to talk. Well,
I call this Spider-Man dialogue. Even in combat, I'll let people talk as much as they want, but we're getting close to this to the perimeter of that now.
I'm gonna fuck some shit up. Come on, Cornelius.
well, the fun part about Cornelius is he doesn't actually fight.
He's a pacifist. All right, we're moving on.
Yep.
We're going to have the ogre attack Sir Flesche. He takes his giant cleaver, and then he pulls a knife out of the back of his belt, another meat knife. And he's going to take a swing with that smaller knife. And I believe that's a miss. And then he's going to take a swing with that bigger knife. Ooh, that's a critical hit.
Oh, shit.
So, okay. You take 17 damage. Do you have any reactions you can take?
I am not taking a reaction.
Okay. Very good. Next up, Jhiera. You see that Luscivious is about to sick his two large bestial statues on your new little friend. You can also see that Smithy Bib has ran away. And you also perceive that a large thing is potentially engaged in combat with your other friend who has entered the kitchen.
Sir Flesche is still alive and he's in the kitchen, right? Okay.
Well, I mean, you don't know that for sure,
Oh,
but
okay. Are any of the statues within 30 feet of me?
yes, at least 3 of them are.
Are any of them in the range of 5 feet of me?
5 feet? No.
No?
You
Okay.
are 25 feet from the furthest statue. Within 30 feet. Yeah. I mean.
Okay. Can I?
Also, Tichondrius is within. Luscivious is within 20 feet of you.
Can I use my thing where I can fly back 15 feet?
Sure.
But at the same time, I want to use Dragon's Breath. Can I do that?
Sure.
All right.
Now, Dragon's Breath is.
Are you going to do that on the crouching tiger? Are you going to use dragon's breath on the crouched dragon?
I
Sorry.
should totally do that.
Please do.
As soon as he said there's a crouching tiger, I was
This
like,
is happening.
where's the dragon? Is it hidden?
It sounded familiar. Yeah, so you can do that. What do I have to do? I have to take a dex save against that, right?
Yes. Right? Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You do that shit.
Motherfucker. That's right.
Who are you aiming it at?
I'm gonna aim it at the crouching target.
Okay, you're
I
aiming it
bleeped
at the
it.
tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you
I
for
had to bleep
bleeping
it.
it for
I have
Twitch.
All right, so yeah, we'll say the tiger is within reach, and it has to do a dex save. Again, what's your DC? Is okay, got it.
Got it? Okay.
Yeah, it makes it. So it's only going to take half damage, I think.
Okay. Take it.
And then you're going to fly 15 feet back.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to try to carry anybody with you?
Wait, is Cornelius hit at all?
Cornelius is still within arm's reach.
And very small.
And very
I'm
small.
like, I don't even know that guy now. No, you know what?
You do you, boo boo.
You know what? I got respect for the little homie, so I'll fly him back with me a little bit.
Okay,
Might need him later, you know.
that was that. Okay.
It's
You end
Dr.
up
Professor
here.
is
He's
very
my
useful.
doctor professor.
Cornelius ends up here. And yeah, how much damage did you roll for that dragon breath?
She has
I
not
have not
rolled
rolled yet. Is it D6? Oh no, right?
Let me.
It's 2 D6 or 3.
It's 3d6.
Okay.
And I'm going to take half that much damage.
Okay. Do I have 3 or do I just roll them twice or something? Where is it?
You can either
you can
roll
either
three or
roll
you
one
can-
3 times, or you can find 3 of
I
them.
have 3.
There you go. Roll them and add them up.
Oh, okay. 2, 2, and 2.
2, 2, and 2. 6 damage. Yeah, you barely have any effect on it.
Well, thanks.
But it looked really cool.
It looks really cool.
And a man drops a cup.
Just small clap.
Okay. The statues begin to move.
All of them?
When the meat hits.
The tiger that you've just attacked charges towards you.
Shit.
The lion on the other side charges towards Cornelius.
Oh, hell no.
Yay.
2 of them remain by the side of Luscivious to guard him against any further damage. And a peasant manages... She tries to run into the kitchen, and as she passes between the 2 statues that guard the kitchen, it swings its... the one on the south swings its hammer in a mighty arch. And oh man, she manages to trip and not be hit by it. However, there is a statue of a sphinx behind her, and it treacherously also swings its claws at her. Ooh boy, yeah, and it kills her.
Wait, me?
No, there was a servant who was holding a chicken up.
Yeah,
to
the
the
chicken
Luscivious.
lady. No, chicken lady.
It cuts her open in the middle, and her lifeblood flows onto the floor. She dies an innocent in this terrible struggle. Sir Flesche, what are you going to do?
I am going to use command on Crank,
Okay.
Crank, and the command word is flee.
Flee. Got it.
All right. Ooh, not that good. That would be a 10.
Do I have to roll against that, or is that?
Oh wait.
Yeah, I have to roll against.
Yeah, sorry, you have to roll against me. I'm sorry. I'm so used to playing a wizard.
Yeah, he succeeds.
Ah,
Let me check his intelligence. Yeah, he succeeds.
okay.
Hey, you done fucked up now.
Yep.
Anything else you want to do? You can still walk away from him. You can still,
Back away slowly.
you got a bonus action you can use.
No, I don't have a bonus action. Not on this.
You want to say anything that sounds like it might remotely be about your dick?
No, he's like a little short on words right now.
All right.
Where's the beef?
I know. Where's the beef?
All right. So you're just going to remain engaged in combat.
Yeah.
Okay. You hear from the corner of the room the voice of Guy, the rogue, and he's like, "Bright Lord, they said you guys were adventurers. What is this?" And again, the door opens. Just a crack, just enough for a crossbow to peek through. And you see another arrow fly towards the man. But this time he's behind the cover of this eagle with outstretched wings. So yeah, Producer K, what's half cover provide? +2 to AC? +2. Okay. So he's gonna make his attack, and this time it's not so sneaky, my friends. Ooh, luckily, that's another critical.
Yay, guy.
Bad news is it's also not a sneak attack, so it doesn't do all that much damage, but still enough to make this guy feel a lot of pain. He does not feel good. This one just sinks in right next to the other one in his throat. So,
Do the statues react to any of this?
the statues
That I
are
noticed.
unflinching, but then again, so is the man who's being shot.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
He is standing stock still. Okay, next up is Smithy. You're in the kitchen watching your new friend, Sir Flesche, get attacked by an ogre man. You just saw a woman get killed outside.
Our first job is not going well. I'm going to. Am I in line of sight of Grank?
Yes.
Could I do a ranged attack?
You could.
To him?
Indeed, you
All right,
could.
I need to move closer though, because the ranged attack I want to do is only 15 feet.
Okay.
So, but that's fine. I'm gonna move 30 feet, and I should be within 10 feet of him. And then I'm gonna throw. I have a net. I'm gonna throw my net.
Ah, yes, the tiny net.
It's tiny. It's not that tiny.
Is that is that a saving throw for me or an attack?
No,
throw for
it's
you?
actually just if I hit, I just have to hit.
Hit it.
So let's see if I can. Nat 20.
Okay, I was like, was that a good huh or a bad huh?
You can't really crit with a net.
Yes.
Okay, so with a crit, with a tiny net,
It's not tiny.
It's a good size.
what I'm gonna
Regular
say.
size net. Normal size net.
The doctor says it's normal. The doctor professor said it was a normal
It's a very
size.
average size net.
I insist. It's
A lot of people have this size of net, and they do fine.
Due to the fact that you critted with a tiny net, I'm gonna say that in comparison to Grank, it is a tiny net.
Well, how is Grank large?
He's just on the border of large.
Well, fine. My net works on large and smaller.
Okay,
So
well,
it's a regular, average, totally average size net.
Sir Flesche has also been known to work on large or small.
Competition.
You happen to catch him while he's inhaling, and he actually catches the net like a loose strand of the net. It goes down his throat as he breathes in for a large blow, and he begins to choke.
He choked on your net.
So he's usually restrained?
It's all encompassing.
Yeah.
He's restrained by the net, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
If I have a successful hit, he is restrained, and then it's a DC 10 strength check to free, or he can, if he has any slashing damage, if he does 5 slashing damage.
He
to
is
it,
holding
destroy
2
it.
But he is
large
choking
blades.
on
Yeah, I
it.
mean, he would have to like
cut
cut
the net
himself
instead
out.
of
Basically,
himself.
he's like restrained for a turn. Basically,
All right, so he's real pissed off, and as he chokes on the net bits, yeah, he's just like choking on it. And he's like, all right, moving on.
settle down, boy.
Cornelius.
It's all gonna be all right.
Breathe through your nose, Grank.
Cornelius, you have been flown backwards by your new good friend, Jhiera. But you
Upon landing, I would like to do a small clap.
tiny clap.
Tiny clap.
Very good. There's a stone lion attacking you.
I have at this point deduced a lot about this room because I've been here near 3 times. One of the things I've deduced is that there are 3 men with amulets. Correct me when I get wrong. And those amulets are controlling the statues. So I know that this lion, who is a statue, is being controlled by one of these 3 men or all 3 of them at the same time. I need to test this theory, but I would like to announce to Jhiera, my new friend, lovely show, dear, but it appears that the statues are being controlled by gentlemen with talismans. There are 3, one at the far end of the room behind the prince, one under the stairs at my back left, and one at the stairs at my back right. I believe our good friend from the shadows, my friend, Mr. Guy, is trying to incapacitate these gentlemen so that the statues do not move. I think we should take a page from his lovely, lovely book and also do the same. As I do this, I am going to try to use my ensnare my entangle on both the tiger and the lion.
Okay.
The liger.
What's the area of effect on that?
I could do 20 feet, and I'm going to make sure it is the 20 feet in front of us, starting from them. Yes.
Okay, entangle their asses.
I'm going to entangle their asses. All right. Can I borrow this D20? These D20s don't like me.
Go for it.
Bill's
Lucky.
D20s. All right.
Yeah, my D20s are pretty bad for you guys.
Yeah. What's your...
All right, so it's a 10. But they are statues, so they're not good at dodging.
Okay.
So.
Oh wait, it's an attack roll? I don't have to save against your DC?
Oh wait, hold on. Oh, it's a save. Never mind. I didn't roll anything.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
Well, good news is your DC is higher than your attack. All right. The
Yay.
lion fails his save, but the tiger does not fail.
God damn it.
Tiny net. So, basically what's happening is, Cornelius, you are actually free to... I don't know if you're free to disengage, but you have restrained the one closer to you.
For me to get into... All right, what can I see the full map so I could see if I've got range on anybody if I move? Yeah, no, because I have to go through another statue to get to those 2 guys. Jesus Christ.
Way to metagame it.
I'm not metagame. I observe the entire
it's
room, and I'm a doctor professor.
See what happens when I stick my neck out for you.
So I've really got nowhere to go.
13 minutes
I'll
remain.
catch you.
Okay. So I guess I'll just stay with Jhiera because I can't fight, so I have to stay with somebody who can.
Okay.
And I know she breathes fire, so...
Grank takes the knife, the meat knife in his hand, and he does exactly 5 damage. He manages to slice the rope off him, but he does have a second attack. So he's going to take that long sword, and he's going to try to ram it right against our buddy Flesche Jaques, and he's going to hit, but only for 5.
Does he get minuses to that slashing damage because he's restrained?
And he was choking?
Well, he cut the rope with his first attack.
Okay.
So he's no longer restrained after that. So yeah, that's 5 damage to Jaques.
All right.
I got you at 29, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
29.
Jhiera, you have heard the words of your wise friend, your new wise friend, Dr. Professor Cornelius. He's pointed to a now bloodied, what seems to be a statue standing behind the now living statues directly behind Luscivious. You don't have a great line of sight on this guy, so attacking him may lead to not quite perfect results. However, if you kind of sidle around your opponent, you can get a better vantage point.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to get around him for about, the most I can go is 15 feet, right?
You can go 30 feet as long as you don't directly walk away from the tiger. Mm-hmm. The lion cannot reach you. It can only reach Cornelius. So
Okay, yeah, I'll go. Can I go 25 feet?
let's call it 5, 10, 15, 20. You can get here without getting yourself into any trouble.
Okay, I'm gonna fly there, and then I still have Dragon's Breath, but I didn't pick the element.
Dragon's Breath as a 15-foot cone will not reach that far.
Shit. Okay.
You are. Let me see what the range here is. If you want to attack the statue, the bleeding statue is 40 feet away.
Okay, you know what? Can I do a chromatic orb from here?
Does that have more than a 40-foot range?
It's 90.
Perfect. You got it.
Okay. And then I would like to use poison.
Okay. You got poison, and you're going to cast that against the bleeding statue?
Bleeding statue, yes, sir.
All right. Is that an attack roll, or is that a saving throw?
Attack.
Okay. Make your attack roll. Roll a d20 and add your spell attack modifier.
Fuck. What is my spell attack? Oh, I got a 1, so I don't even know if I need to even add anything. What's my, is it 0.3? Plus 3?
Yeah, you don't make it. You're not
Fucking
gonna make
bloody hell.
Wow.
That was the worst roll ever.
All right.
Cornelius was
Sorry,
moved and not her.
Sorry,
Oh, was that Cornelius?
Yeah.
Well, here's. I mean, do you have a bonus action?
Do I have a bonus action? I think so.
You have a bonus action, but do you have anything that you can use as a bonus action that might help you right now?
Such as like a spell, you mean? Or
A weapon, an item.
You know what? Can I do? Let's see. I have something.
I think that takes an action to use the thing I gave you, though.
Oh, yeah, it does. Never mind.
All right. Do you want to try to run away from this tiger because it will swing at you if you do?
I have the option to go 15, right?
You do have another 15 feet.
But it's
Running
only-
away from it, it'll get an attack of opportunity, and then the next time it has a turn, it will also get to attack you. If you stay close to it, at least it'll only attack you on its turn.
Okay, I'll stay close.
Okay. That being
Right?
with that having happened,
Yeah, you were so close.
the tiger turns and it does attack you. Your AC is not great, so you take 15 damage.
Bastard.
Oh, that was a 45, not a 15.
I
Okay.
was like, please don't.
Cornelius, you're still within range of this lion, and it attacks you.
Oh, he's entangled.
It can still attack, right? It's just restrained. It can't move. It doesn't. Oh, it has disadvantage. All right, let me at least take another swing.
Thanks, Casey.
Producer K. Yeah. Oh, it has disadvantage. It misses. Yeah.
Ow.
So your nimble gnome
Did you?
legs.
God damn it.
I do a little jig.
Okay. Sir Flesche,
All right. I attack.
you attack.
I attack.
Roll that attack.
All right. And I get 2 attacks per action.
Do it.
All right. Oh, okay.
Damn it.
All right. Yeah, that would be a 22.
Hit.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll for damage right now? Or do both hits first? Or do attacks?
Roll the first one's damage.
Okay. And then I expend a spell slot to add radiant damage to that.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to be some math here. Let's see, that's... Oh, okay, wow.
I wish I had fight music. I'm listening to these guys calmly talking in the
Dun,
background.
dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
cool.
dun, 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 dun,
I can play the opening music, but that's too merry.
Mortal Kombat.
So I hit for 20 damage.
Nice.
Jeez.
Yeah, you cut that guy deep.
All right.
You got flesh deep.
All right.
Damn.
All right, and the second one?
Oh my god, I forgot about the second attack.
Second one, 19.
19 is a hit.
All right. Also expend another slot for radiant damage.
Keep it going.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I wonder if that's a good O or a bad O. I think it is O face.
Oh,
O.
there's another one.
Oh.
That would be 26.
Oh,
With your second swipe,
Yes.
you slice through the carotid artery of this ogre man. The net hanging from him soaks with this disgusting blood. It sways and falls to the ground, and you have slain the head chef.
you are now the head chef.
Now you're gonna start.
You are now top
No more
chef.
chicken.
All right, you have your movement and your bonus action remaining.
Quick, where's the sommelier?
I hear commotion outside, so I start heading towards the door exiting out of the kitchen.
At the kitchen door, you can see a struggle outside.
Okay, can I actually go through the door? Is that
Your 30 feet gets you to the door.
okay?
You
then-
also see a dead body that has been slain by one of these living statues.
Okay. So I'm at the door.
Okay. Guy opens the door one more time. He's going to take this shot.
Go, guy, go.
Go. Help us, Guy. You're our last hope.
Ooh, that wasn't great.
No.
He does that, and then he closes the door behind him once again, and he's like, "Go, just get the prince and get out of here!" And
Traitor. Shame.
Get the prince.
oh, that happened. Smithy,
Save the prince.
That's me.
You have heard the call of Cornelius
Yes.
explaining the situation about the stone men who are currently controlling these living statues. You see that the kitchen door does open to the north into a room where there might be another way to access an attack.
Oh, that door up there. Yes, I'm going to investigate that door up there.
Okay, you can see that there is a door leading back into the room. You'd have to use your dash or use your bonus rogue dash to get in there.
Yeah.
You can open the door and look out.
Oh, look at that. Well, I do have a short bow. I'm going to try and aim it at that guy right there.
Okay, take your shot.
Give him a shot.
You see that this statue is crumbling bad.
14?
14 is a hit. Roll that damage. Roll it.
Hell yes. 4.
4 damage.
Yeah, I didn't roll that high.
He's pretty
Statue
low.
That's true.
Falls over.
Oh, snap.
Its stone
Cold Steve
encasement
Austin.
crumbles to the ground and bits of marble skitter around it.
Right. This is how humans die. Got it.
Smithy,
Writing
as-
that down.
As you opened the door, you saw that there was a sphinx statue with blood on its claws that turned to attack you. And as soon as you loosed that crossbow bolt and killed that other statue man, it and reverted back to its original statue pose. As do
All of the statues.
the 2 statues surrounding Luscivious,
What the
the
fuck?
rattlesnake, and the 2 lions that were attacking Cornelius and Jhiera.
I think my attack had something to do with that.
Cornelius, it's your turn.
100% sure.
Those are the only statues that stopped moving, correct?
Those are the only statues that stopped moving. The statues with bases that do not seem to have the ability to walk around the perimeter of the room still stand poised on guard.
Oh, but the statues near the prince are... Yeah, okay. So we can't escape because there are statues right by the door. So I'm going to move myself to the left to try to get to as close as I can, hopefully within 30 feet of the other gentleman holding the amulet.
You want to get within 30 feet?
Just so I can see him, because my goal is to cast heat metal on him so he drops the amulet.
You know that you will be within reach of an attack from a statue if you get within 30 feet of any of the praying men. Or any of the statue men.
I'm sorry, 60 feet. 60 feet?
60 feet?
I'll take an extra 30 feet. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, their arms, there's... Assessing the trajectory of each of their sort of weapons, you know that you can go here.
Yeah?
Okay. So that's within 60 feet. You want to try to heat some metal?
Yep.
Okay.
And heat metal is one metal object that does 2d8 plus 1d8 fire damage to touch. They have to do a save or drop the object if held. Disadvantage to attack chicken? I don't know what that means.
Disadvantage to attack check.
Attack check, not attack chicken.
Yeah.
And I get a bonus.
I'm a really good chicken.
I get a bonus to reheat the object. So I guess if the object is already kind of warm.
All right. So, you do that, and it deals its damage. He doesn't flinch.
He makes a
this
save.
statue man cannot move.
Damn it!
It is burning against his marble flesh.
Okay. So he
You
still
have
does
a
the damage.
memory of an exit in the basement.
Oh yeah. So are we saving the prince? Is that what Guy told us to do? He said, "Get the prince."
Guy is back there right now going, fucking kill him! Fucking kill the prince!
Okay.
He's a piece of shit! I've done everything I can to show you the prince is a piece of shit!
All right. I don't like to judge people.
All right, moving on. Jhiera.
You would like to kill the prince.
Oh, so we can fuck this guy
The prince
up,
is now completely unguarded.
Okay.
And he's just backing up into his throne.
This
He
guy
doesn't-
told you to step up to him earlier. Just a
So
reminder.
I'm gonna move forward as far as I can get to him, or not. Actually, no, because I'll have a disadvantage if I'm like super close, right?
No, I mean, if with a ranged attack, yes. If you're within 5 feet,
Yeah.
then you will have a disadvantage.
Okay, I want to make sure I'm at least like 15 feet away from him.
Okay.
So whatever. I can
15
do that.
feet?
And then, do I still have any spells?
I'm sure you do.
No, I mean that are active, or I have to recast it.
No,
No?
you're good.
Okay. I want to do. Let's see. Chromatic orb, if I can,
Chromatic orb?
and I want to use fire.
You have a magic item that you could use.
What's
for
that
attack?
magic item? Hold on.
That's going to be a whole...
Oh,
Yeah,
never
no,
mind.
no,
Yes.
no, yeah, no. I'll do chromatic orb
Do
for
chromatic,
fire.
do chromatic orb for
Yeah,
me.
fire. So I roll 3d6 or
I'm going to roll a save. Let's say he doesn't make it.
okay. So 3d6.
He's too frightened with fear.
That's right.
Roll 3d6.
Wait, I'm gonna do one at a time because 1. Okay, that 4 and 3.
8. Okay. The prince is like, oh shit, yo, I'm sorry, yo, come on now. Yo came here to protect me. You gotta save me, yo. I'm the prince. King's gonna come after your ass. He's gonna have your ass. Sir Flesche, what are you gonna do?
Can I get within melee distance of him?
It's gonna be tough. It'd take a lot. You would have to dash to get close to him.
And that would be all of my action, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, then
You got a ranged?
no, I don't really have a unless I
Don't you have a javelin?
I do. I can throw my spear.
It's nice and
do it.
polished.
Yeah, it's
well
polished.
oiled.
Yeah,
It's well oiled.
You'd have to let go of your wood.
I say
though.
go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go of my wood and see. Hopefully, it impales.
Yeah.
All right.
Roll me
Yeah.
a ranged attack.
All right. Come on, here we go.
Oh.
Oh, that is an 18.
Yeah, it's a hit.
All right.
Nice.
Yes, and I will also imbue that with another spell to get more damage.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, so here we go.
All up in that ass.
Yeah, all up in the ass. Okay, that would be an 18 damage.
As you throw your spear, Luscivious turns and he tries to scuttle on all fours away from you and jump off his throne. As his rear end is presented towards you, the spear enters him.
Yes.
Now, what did you roll to hit?
Continue. Keep going.
What I roll? I rolled an 18.
18 to hit. He is approximately 1.5 feet off the ground. The spear hits with such force that it comes out of his mouth and leaves him hanging in like sort of triangle formation. Ass up, face down. Prince Luscivious
Face down,
III
ass up. That's the way
is dead.
we like to clean spears.
Yes.
The prince is dead.
Motherfuckers.
Well,
Wakanda.
spear.
And Dirt Shallow is free from his tyranny.
That's right.
Yay.
Guy, the assassin, emerges from the back and he says, they're not going to let us go easy. I'll get you out of town. Follow me. And he escorts our 4 adventurers to the basement
All right then.
to a secret exit that was used by the servants to smuggle in drugs.
Yeah.
It is now a little past 10 o'clock, and so our show must draw to a close. But I want to thank you for coming all the way out here tonight and assassinating my shitty prince. We're going to do a quick round of outros. Let's start with Jeromy this time.
Hello. My name is... so I'm Jeromy TV on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, and all of the social medias. You can find me on all of those, and hopefully I'll get to come back and do more of this.
Indeed you will.
And make sure you follow Dimension Dorks on Facebook. And blah, blah, blah.
That's my line.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Thanks, Jeromy.
You're welcome. Bye.
Amber.
Okay, Wawa Weaver, Yashamash, my name is Borat.
My wife.
My wife. She a very big woman. So you can find me on the Insta, do it for the gram, at Puma Does Cosplay, you know? And yeah, that's where you can find me because my other stuff's private because I got like private stuff going on. But yeah, Puma Does Cosplay. Go Wu-Tang forever.
Don't touch your privates.
But why?
Unless you want to polish them.
What's why?
Mr. Omega.
All right, when I'm not oiling my spears, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Ryan Omega, under Twitter under Ryan OMGA. OMG. I also have a podcast called Life Action Roleplay, a LARP podcast. You can find that on iTunes and Spotify. And every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m., I run a game called Blank Slate, which is a live action LARP murder mystery.
So all of the LARPing.
All the LARPing.
Does it all.
Does it all. And the audience can actually move the plot and give inputs into our players so they can actually influence the outcome.
Shoshi,
Hi.
lead us out.
Aw, my pleasure. Follow me, guys. I know where I'm going. To Humanville.
What is your character really like? Because we're not going to get to explore.
I'll never tell.
Damn
Looks like we're gonna have to
Definitely a human.
We're going to have her back.
Yes.
I need to know.
Smithy's coming back.
He's got to solve that mystery.
Smithy Bib.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. You can find me on Twitter at Shoshi Show. It's SHOSHI Show. Or on Instagram at Shoshi Ruth. I write tiny poems. Thank you. I do a lot of immersive theater around LA. So if you live in the LA area, just kind of like, I don't know, look me up, see what I'm doing. I guarantee you it's going to be a great time. And occasionally I'll play on Twitch's Scabby Rooster channel with Total Party Kills.
Which I just linked in the chat for you and Ryan.
Amazing.
And sometime in April, I'm going to be starting up GMing a Kids on Bikes role-playing game. I just did a 6-week run, so if you want to check it out now, it's called Kids on Bikes All Skate under Scabby Rooster. You can watch the 6 last episodes, and then when we start up in April, you can watch anew because you're going to be a huge fan. Thanks,
Kids
everybody.
on bikes. Kids on bikes.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, what an adventure.
That was
What a-
kind of fun.
What a party. I mean, I can't express my thanks enough. But
Can we come back next week? Because we must figure out the rest of our adventure. We have to know.
But as always, we had a lot of fun tonight, and we got to see what was up the wizard's sleeve. Next week, maybe we'll get to find out what's...
What is a Smithy Bob?